Welcome back to the channel, guys. Episode 22 of the Danish Youth Academy Challenge, and I'm going to be telling you guys what happened at the back end of last season and the development of the players in this new season, our second season in the top division. And on top of that, the youth intake preview. Let's do it. So at the end of our first season in the top division, we did end up surviving. In fact, we ended up quite thriving at the end in the relegation stage. We started beating teams that were around us a little bit. My team was getting better, and Sonderjysk and Viborg went down, which is good for us. We finished behind Brøndby, 15 points behind Brøndby. Brøndby were clearly too good for this relegation stage. They ended up qualifying for the Europa Conference League, we got a -8 goal difference, 40 points, 14 points clear of relegation. Really nice season, and a lot of the players improved quite a lot. Now I'm going to show you them right now. The first player I'm going to show you guys is quite a bit of a surprise, to be honest. It's Jes Kej, the goalkeeper that came through in the last intake. Now, this guy has absolutely flown in terms of development to the point where now he's our first choice goalkeeper. I got a training message about him saying he needs first team football, and he went up to 2 stars current ability, and I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to launch him in because Blomqvist wasn't getting better. His potential had come down, and I thought, right, that's the end of his development, and he's just going to be a second choice goalkeeper now until I get another second choice goalkeeper, and then he can leave. So Blomqvist out, Kej in. He has got a value of up to 3.5 million, and he's improving at a ridiculous speed. Upward arrows constantly. One-on-ones have gone up from 3 or 4, which are now 7. I'm still working on that. Everything in the mentals is like 10, 9, 10, 11, which is really, really good. Agility at 17 is amazing. 6'2" is nice. Good handling, good reflexes. Very good goalkeeper. Now, overall, he's played 10 games for us this season, in 8 games in the league and 2 in the cup, and he's conceded 21. Yeah, that's a lot. 1 clean sheet, but he has been performing well. 7.18, and honestly, we could have lost by more if he wasn't in goal. Quick look at his progress chart here. In April 2032, when he came in, his 1-star current ability, and now he's flown right up to 2.5. Now, this guy is probably going to be our goalkeeper for a long, long time. He's not showing any signs of slowing down in terms of development. He's just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So if we keep playing him like this, we potentially could have a goalkeeper that a lot of European teams want. At right back then, we've still got Lucas de Long. Now, I do think he's probably plateaued now. I think this is the level that Lucas de Long is at, which is absolutely fine because he's a 4.5-star current ability right wing back. Yes, he's out of contract in 2 years, well, 1.5, but I do have an optional 3 years extension that I can use when I want. Now, I'm not going to use it yet because he's annoyed at me because he wants to leave for a bigger club or a better squad. And if I extend that, if I trigger that, he will get annoyed. So I'm just going to wait until he sort of says, right, I'm okay to stay. If he doesn't, I'll just extend it anyway. But I'm just going to wait for that moment, and then I'm going to extend it. And then after that, rest of our squad should have got better, and then he should be hopefully staying after that. If not, it's fine. We'll figure something out. But Lucas de Long right now, he's played 17 games and he's got 6.73. His determination's gone down though now, so it's 17. And he's no longer a model citizen. I mean, he's not been a model citizen for a while, but now he's resolute. But he's still got good mental attributes and he's got very good hidden attributes, clearly. I think long-term as well, he's probably going to be our captain, 15 leadership. And yeah, we're really happy to have him, to be fair. Just very, very well-rounded. Definitely worth being in the top division. But when I go to extend his contract, it says there that Slielsa's squad to be significantly improved before he would consider extending his stint at the club. So at the moment, I can't. Right, we've got a bit of an issue with the centre-back situation. Now, I thought we was going to be going to a back 3. Now, I don't think that's the case, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So the first thing is Justason here. Now, he's played 16 games, 6.74 rating, but he's not improving. He's not improving at all. I'm just going to show you now. If we go to his progress, that is like a full year of just constant game time with a resolute personality, and he will not improve. So that means he's at his potential, right? He is at his potential right now. Yeah, his mentals might go up a little bit with his age, but he's not going to get much better than that. So I'm going to have to start looking to replace him at some point, and I don't think the back 3 is going to be viable for a couple of reasons, like I said, but this is the main one. Jens Martin Eidesgaard then, the other centre-back. Again, I do think this is his potential. I don't think he's going to get any better than this. I did give him a full-time contract, and I don't think he's got any better since then. No, he hasn't. So, like I said, I do think this is going to be the top end of his potential. The thing is I could put Idisgaard in the centre of the back three. I could put Justason at the right centre-back. The only thing is Justason's not very good on the ball. And outside centre-backs need to be a bit better on the ball, and he's not. The left-sided centre-back, I will show you in a second. If I was going to go through at the back, I will show you him now. So that would be Paul Vestergaard. Now, this guy's also not very good on the ball, the same as Justason. He's got 2 dribbling, 6 composure, 6 passing, 7 technique, and 5 vision. For an outside centre-back, it's not great. And then on top of that, those 3 centre-backs are basically the only centre-backs I have now. The other ones didn't improve like I thought they would. So if I went to 3 centre-backs, those 3 would be the centre-backs and I would have no backups. So I think for now, unless we get 2 in the next intake, which will be the next episode, I do think we stay with a 4 at the back. The other potential centre-back is Jesper Krogdahl. Now, I do think this guy's going to become quite good, and I'm thinking soon he's going to replace Justason. I'm working on his pace because he's 6. Well, his acceleration is 6. His determination's just gone on, which is really nice. I am also trying to work on his marking and his positioning. I think it's his pace at the moment, though, yes. And I'm going to make him a centre-back and do that. I think long-term he is a centre-back. He's only 5'10", I know, and he's left-footed, so he will clash a little bit with Idisgaard, but I've only got 4 centre-backs at the club at the moment. If I look at his reports, if we go down here, and I change his little scout report to centre-back, Idisgaard is my best centre-back. Vestergaard is my second. Justason joint second. Well, they're all about the same, those 3. And I've got Karl-Heinz Cohen, who isn't very good, and Soren Nielsen, whose potential ended up going down. So we've only got 6 in the entire club, 3 first-teamers, and 1 in Krogdahl, who's not as good yet. So I don't think changing to a back 3 right now is a clever thing to do. At left-back, then, we've got Carsten Dyer. I do think, again, this guy is probably at his full potential, but he's absolutely fine. He's holding his own. 2 goals, 2 assists, 17 games in the league. And not much to say about him other than he's very, very good. Again, I don't think we're going to be showing Carsten Dyer again because I don't think he's going to get much better. But, as always, if he does, I will show him. To the first midfielder then, and we've got Oliver Tangvig. Now he's played 17 games, no goals but 2 assists. He's our deep line playmaker. He's overtaken Ibsen in that role. Only got 9 passing, but he's got 14 vision. I think I'm working on his passing right now and his acceleration and his pace. I'm just sort of changing it over every couple of months. He's got tries to killer balls often as well, which is really nice. Yeah, I don't know if he's getting much better lately. Over the last year, he's not improved enormous amount, but I'm going to keep playing him because he is improving a little bit. Like, if you look there, he has gone up a full star. So there's no reason why this time next season, he can't be 3.5 or even 4. But he's doing all right. He's got good technique, good first touch, got some very good mental attributes, and his physicals are catching up slightly. Still only 17, and he's not 18 until May. Back up then to Oliver Tangvig is Stefan Storch, the guy that came through in the last episode. Left-footed. He does say that his best position is centre midfield attack, but tries killer balls and curls ball, which is really, really nice. I think it lends itself to the deep line playmaker role. 15 passing as well, 15 first touch. He's very similar, very, very, very similar to Oliver Tangvig. And right now, those 2 are my DLPs. Up next then is Martin Gartenmann. Now this guy has absolutely blown me away. 8 goals in 12 starts. Now he does like a penalty. He's got 6 penalties and he's scored all 6. So 80% of his goals are penalties, I understand. But we've got a penalty taker. And not only that, he actually scores them. He's playing next to Tangvig as our centre midfield attack. I'm going to show you my backup centre midfield attack in a minute. Christensen, the 21 or 22-year-old, the guy that was our best player last season, he's sort of taken a back role because these guys, I think, have got the potential now to take us to the next level. So Christensen actually might end up getting sold for a couple of $100,000, which would be quite nice for our club finances because we don't really need him. Even though right now he is better probably than Gartenmann. Here he is. He's probably quite similar. Yeah, 22. I might be able to sell him for 150, 200,000. He does say he's got 1 star potential left. I don't know. He comes off the bench for us. He's a nice player to have off the bench. Very good mentals. But he's done well for us. He's done really, really well over the seasons. Very vital to our promotion. But I have to go with the youngsters now who have got 4 or 5 years on him, even more, some of them, and they're at his level, if not better, and their values are really high. So might end up selling him, might end up keeping him just for backup. If it becomes like to a point where he's way worse than everyone, I'll sell him. But he's got 2.5 years left. I'll probably keep him till the end of his contract and then just let him go naturally. The other centre midfield attack then, and arguably better than Gartenmann, is Mikkel Knudsen. Now, this guy is also flying. 5 goals in 13 games, 3 assists. Really good. Good stamina. Very, very... It's probably, like I said, he might actually be better than Gartenmann. But at the moment, I'm playing Gartenmann because we're getting a lot of penalties. And he's taking them and scoring them. And it's quite crucial for us. But he does play a lot of game time. I'm sort of sharing it out quite nicely. I do like the situation we've got in midfield at the moment. We're going to go to our shadow strikers in a second. But these 4 midfielders I've just showed you guys are making up our 2 centre midfield spots. Janos Petersen then, he was our striker last season and he started as our striker this season. But now the young striker that came through in the last episode, Kent Jakobsen, the 2.5 star spirited striker that we were really liking the look of, he's now gone up front. So Janos Petersen is actually gone back to shadow striker. So he's taken over from Kim Rask-Heitmann, and Heitmann is in a similar situation as Christensen. They were fantastic last season. They were our best players. So at one point, both those players wanted to leave because they were too good. But now they're sort of third choice in their positions because they're not going to be developing anymore. Petersen's got 5 goals and 6 assists in 18 games, 6.96, always performs really, really well. His physicals are improving quite nicely, and so everything is, to be honest, and his mentals are very, very good too. If we look at his progress bar as well, Janos Petersen, he's absolutely flown in 1 year from 2 stars to 3.5, which is really, really nice. It's gone from like a backup player to our first choice, which is really good. 15 decision making, you can definitely tell he's got good decision making. 14 vision, 14 passing. So, like I mentioned, Kim Rask-Heitmann, he is now only 3-star current ability. Last season he was 4.5. He has been bumped down a little bit. He's played a little bit. 8 starts, 12 substitute appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. Hasn't performed well. I was a little bit harsh because I did play him as a shadow striker and it's clearly not his position, but it's what I needed at the time. I will keep him around until 2034, that's no problem, but I might even try and sell him. He's just not going to improve. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. If you look at his progress bar like there, he's played consistently for a long time. He had a fantastic season there when we got promoted. He is one of the recent, I would call him an icon of the club, honestly. Getting us promoted for the first time to the top division. But he has now been relegated to 3rd choice shadow striker because of this next guy, Nikolai Gulstorff. Now, this fella has just turned 16. He's not even played a professional first team game yet, but wow, look at him. 14 technique, 14 passing. This guy as well has got 15 penalty taking, so he might actually overtake Gartenmann as our penalty taker. 13 off the ball. He's just absolutely blowing up. I'm working on his physicals right now because they're a little bit weak, but fairly professional personality, worth up to 2.4 million, only 16, only just turned 16. He's an absolute beast. On the left wing then, we've got Oscar Hansen. Now, it was Ankergren, and Ankergren has played 90% of the games, but I think this season we are going to be safe again. So Hansen, I do think, has a better ceiling or a higher ceiling than Ankergren. So Hansen is now playing at the moment. He's got 2 starts, 2 goals, started off really well. He's replaying my trust in him. And I did just notice as well that I know he's set as he's got like winger as his best role, and that's fine. But I did notice that he's a left winger and he's actually a right footer. So eventually, if we can work on his finishing and a few of his mentals, his like attacking movement, we might be able to get him in as an inside forward because he's so good physically and he's 6'2". We can make him a wrecking ball off that left wing. And then the aforementioned Ankergren. Now he's still very good, don't get me wrong. 8 goals in 17 games. He's averaging. He's been our best player this season. So I'm being a little bit harsh by dropping him. But again, at the moment, we're in a really privileged position in midfield where I can actually rotate and our quality doesn't really drop off. At right wing, we've got Mikkel Schreiber. Now this guy started as a striker and then now he is gone to right wing. And honestly, I just keep getting message after message after message in training saying he's getting better and better and better. 17 games, only 3 goals, 2 assists. I would like him to score more, but he's like I say, he's improving a lot. He's nearly 18 in a couple of days, and yeah, he doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's not really a right winger, only got 9 dribbling, 8 crossing. He's more of a striker, I would say. He's more of a pressing forward. That's his best role. He's a 4-star pressing forward. So if I do get a good right winger in, Mikkel Schreiber will be like our backup striker to Kent Jakobsen, or even starting striker, and Jakobsen will be backup striker. But we've got some good options, and the wings, midfield, and up front. It's really, really good. We're scoring a lot of goals. We are conceding a lot of goals. I do think I'm going to give my team a few traits. At the end of this season, I do think I'm going to do a video on which traits to give each one of my players. Sort of make it like a video of sort of a bit of a help for people if they're doing this save as well. Hopefully you guys are doing these Youth Academy saves. I've seen the comments, don't worry. I am really busy at the moment, but I will get back to you on them all. But I do think it might be quite helpful, and it will be helpful for me as well to sort of take an episode out specifically to sort out which traits I want on which players that suit our style. And at striker then, as I mentioned before, we've got Kent Jakobsen, 3.5-star advanced forward, really, really well, improving quite nicely. 3 goals in 7 games, hasn't played a ridiculous amount of games yet because he did only just turn 16 in September. So he played straight away as soon as he can, and now we're on a winter break. But spirited personality, like I said, 14 acceleration and 15 pace, 17 off the ball. So this guy, for absolute definite, I'm going to give him the trait. He's on holiday. I can't right now. He's back at the 13th of January. Like I said, I am going to give him looks to beat the offside trap. I do want him to get in behind because he's fantastic at beating the offside trap because his movement is absolutely brilliant. I might also give him runs with ball often because he's got 15 dribbling, 13 agility, 12 balance. That's really quite nice. First touch as well. Need to work on his technique. I definitely do. I think passing is the thing I'm working on right now. So I'm getting his technique and his passing and his vision up to sort of make him an all-rounder. And then eventually we'll work on his composure and his anticipation too. But I've got really high hopes for this guy, and I do think by the end of next season, he'll have a lot of goals for us, and I think people will be sniffing around him. Just going to pop into the B team really quick. We've got Rasmus Thomasson, who is also 3-star potential. Jonas Falster, who is not looking like he's going to improve. Carlson, from a couple of seasons back, not going to improve. Karl-Heinz Cohen, being really good for us, but again, not going to improve. Morten Nielsen as well. Jonas Christensen, the left back. Looks like he's got potential, but he's 19 now, and he's not looking like at all to try and fill that. Soren Nielsen, the centre-back who I thought might potentially help us change to a back 3. Not got any potential left. The goalkeeper that came through a couple of years ago, again, potential's gone down. And the right-back from last season as well, potential gone down. That happens with a lot of the players. I know we get a lot of 5-star players through, but I want to show you the reality of it, that they don't all stay at 5 stars. They just don't. Some just don't improve at all. So this last intake that I just got in the last episode was the best one by far. I think there's about 6 or 7 from that one that's probably going to be in our first team, which is absolutely insane. Usually it's like 2 or 3 to max. So it's really good because last one, looking back now, how they've come on in the last, 6-7 months, I actually think it was a 10 out of 10. It might have even been 11 out of 10. So to the league this season then, Slagels are 7th. We are 3 points behind FC Midfield in 6th. I don't think we will finish in the top 6. I really, really don't. But our players are getting better and better. And do you know what? This year, we've turned a lot of losses into draws. As you can see, we've got 9 draws, 4 losses out of 17 games. Is absolutely amazing. And do you know what? I am having to really, really, really concentrate and try my absolute hardest and be really micromanaging the games because it's really tough. And if I get anything wrong, we get punished and we lose. Like I said, we've only lost 4 games. We've got a +6 goal difference, which is absolutely amazing. It's like the 4th best in the entire league. Copenhagen absolutely killing it. I think we drew with Copenhagen. I know we didn't. We lost 2-1. I'm sure we beat someone up the top. Brøndby, that was it. Yeah, we beat Brøndby again. We beat Brøndby a lot. This season they're flying. But it doesn't look like we're going to go down. But we are only 6 points away from the bottom 2. Finances are looking good. We've got 1.5 million. Now we are losing money every single month. We're losing a couple of $100,000 every single month. But every couple of months, we do get a lot of money from the TV rights and stuff. So it's really, really nice. The finances are going up. It sort of goes up, then goes down a bit. It's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back kind of thing. That is how the finances are going. Right then, let's end the video with our youth intake preview. We want defenders. We want centre-backs specifically, and we want another right winger. Right winger and centre-back is exactly what we need. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. So more centre midfielders, more attacking midfielders. A winger's nice. I don't need a goalkeeper, but that's fine. I mean, 4 A's, you can't complain at that. I don't know how that's not a 5-star intake, but we take it. Centre-backs is a C, so hopefully one of those is quite good. Strikers, got no one there. I would have liked another striker maybe. Can't complain, can you? 4 A's, 4 A ratings, you cannot complain about that. Obviously, the next episode will be that intake, and then after that intake, We're going to do the next episode after that one. We're going to do the traits at the football club and all the players and what we want to give them to go forward. We did also get another upgrade to the junior youth recruitment. Now we're exceptional and exceptional. The youth facilities and the training facilities are average, and it's going to stay like that for a while. We're going to let the money build up a little bit. I think that's the correct thing to do, just in case we encounter any difficulties with trying to keep a couple of players to stay. But yeah, it's looking quite good in Sliels at the moment. In terms of the transfer clauses, I still can't do the one for Jesper Nielsen. He's playing for FC Nordsjælland. He's played a couple of games. He's got 8 substitute appearances. He's played in the Champions League and the Europa League this season, and he's come off the bench 3 times in the league, and he has actually scored. So he has scored in the European competition as well, Europa League, and he's looking really good. Honestly, he would be absolutely amazing on this right wing for us now, an inside forward. He would probably take us up into that top 6 spot. Value between 1.5 and 3.2 million. He's out of contract at the end of the season. They do have an extension on that, so hopefully they trigger that, and then in the end of the season, or even in January, I can maybe sell that clause, because I do want to cash in on it. I did get 400 grand for this guy, Ablak. He's on loan from FC Midfield. He's valued between 1.9 and 4 million. My director of football did manage to negotiate that clause, and like I said, I got about 440 grand from him. Can't complain. I thought it was going to get released. It doesn't look like he is, but I cannot, like I said, nearly 500 grand. Really, really good business. And that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, really appreciate your support. I say every episode, but I really, really mean it. Please leave a like on the video, a comment in the comment section below, and a subscription on the channel. Let's get down to 50% of people watching. Subscribe, please. And until next time, as always, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.